going on, guys? Brian Bowman here, and we are going to talk about Facebook ads. This is going to be a crash course to get you up and running in what I'm hoping will be about 20 minutes. I'm making this for the person that I'm assuming has never run a Facebook ad, has no idea where to start. Now, if you have run Facebook ads, I think there may be some things in here that are going to be helpful to help drive down your cost per click and to get you some more engagement. So I'll try to sprinkle that stuff in. But again, if you've never run a Facebook ad, this is perfect. You're going to be up and running in no time. So what I'm using here, I'm actually using an account that has never had an ad created because I figure, again, most of you haven't done that. So to get to this page, this is going to look should look completely unfamiliar to most of you if you've never created an ad. To get to this, you're going to have to get into your ads manager. So the easiest way, I created a little graphic here. Let me slide this over. All right, easy enough. And basically, in your Facebook account, you're going to have this little drop down, right? And when you drop it down, if you have run ads, you're going to see manage ads in here. And if you click that, it'll get you to the same place. But if you've never run an ad, it's going to look like this. One's going to say create ads. The other one's going to say advertising on Facebook. This here, you can go check out on your own time. It has a lot of good information. Very valuable if you're just starting out. It has a lot of cool, more terms and policies, which is the biggest thing, but it has some other information that you can use. But for now, let's just click on create ads. And then once you click here, the next thing you'll see is this screen, which should look familiar because it is this. Okay. All right. So now you've gotten this far. That was simple enough, right? Step one, done. And now you're ready to create your first Facebook ad. The objectives. There are tons of objectives, and we're not going to go through all of them. There's really two that I'm going to talk about right now. This is all other stuff we can do, but I won't kind of even waste time going through these right now. Initially, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to drive traffic to our. In this case, it's probably going to be the landing page for your funnel or to a blog or something like that. But let's talk about it in terms of a landing page. And you can see it populates a default name for your campaign as website clicks. So let me show you. I drew this up really quick, and you'll be able to tell that I did it very quickly when you see it. This is my graphic. Okay, so here's the hierarchy. This is how the structure works in Facebook for your ads or for your campaigns. So at the highest level, you have the campaign level. This is where you'll name your campaign. I'll talk about that naming convention in a second. But most importantly, you name the objective. For us, we want to drive traffic to a particular page, not necessarily drive converting traffic quite yet. Okay. And that's what gets set at the campaign level. And there's all these other objectives we can run at some point. Within these campaigns, there are ad sets. Each of these ad sets, among other things, the things you control, which kind of the highest level things you control, are the targeting, like who is going to see these ads underneath here, and how much do you want to spend. There's a few other things you do, like placement, things like that we'll talk about. But really, it's budget and audience. That's really what gets set here. Inside of these ad sets, you have all these different ads. And this is where we do our testing. So maybe we have one image here and we keep everything the same, but we test a different image. For now, we're just going to go ahead and create one campaign, one ad set, and one ad. Later on, if you want to test, you can do that. But again, this is crash course just to get you up and running as quickly as possible. So hopefully that is clear, and I think it'll be more clear as we go through this through this whole process. All right. So the naming convention, everyone has their different theories and ideas on how you should do this. It really is a personal preference. So let's just say we'll call it, the campaign name is the offer you're driving traffic to. And the main thing is that the objective for that campaign and that you name it inside of the campaign name. So at a high level, just glancing, you know what it is. So this thing is website clicks. So we'll do create ad account. All right. So this is I'm simulating what would be a brand new account that's never run ads. So just make sure this is correct for you and hit continue. All right. So now we got to do some targeting. First thing, I like to keep it really broad. Even if you've done analysis and you know who your target demographic is, I would recommend with your first ad or the first few ads, leave it open and let the data come in and let's see who's actually clicking. I'm going to leave it as United States for this demo, and we'll leave the age open and the gender open. All right, so I'm sure you've all heard about Facebook's interest targeting and how insane it is and how detailed it gets, and it is awesome. There are so many different interests and demos and behaviors that you can target, but I don't want you to get super granular just yet. What we're going to aim for, like right here, you can see how this target audience is 213 million. I want to keep this between 1 and 2 million. So that's what I'm kind of aiming for. For this example, I'll use like we'll do an ad for a dog product for labs. It's a funnel we created. So we'll just use that as sort of like the test ad. So what you really want to start doing, and actually I just remembered I have a infographic that breaks down all the different interests that you can target inside of Facebook, and I'll go ahead and attach that with the video. But okay, so let's start looking at interest. So for me, I'm going to want to do, this is going to be a Labrador Retriever page. So here you can see you have all these different ones. Pick the biggest one to start out with, and let's see what kind of audience you have. So right now, the reach is 14 million. So that's way too big. We want to drill that down. If I keep adding stuff into here, so if I do, I love golden retrievers, well, that didn't make a big impact. Let's pick something huge like golden retrievers. You see how this got bigger? It went from 14 to 21 because these are or statements. So it's like their interest is golden retrievers, or I love Labradors, or Labrador Retriever. So let's go ahead and get rid of these because we want to narrow the audience from 14 to somewhere, between 1 and 2 million. So I'm going to narrow it, and this is an and statement now. So it has to be Labrador Retriever, and it has to match this other interest. So this particular ad, we're going to be running it for Labrador rescue dogs, so dogs that have been rescued. So let's go ahead and maybe we'll try rescue dogs. And sweet. So that's perfect. So right now I'm targeting Labrador people who have interest in labs, and then people who have also, in addition to that, have an interest in rescue dogs. And that actually brought my potential reach to 1.9 million, which is perfect. That's what I want to hit. So we'll leave that, and you can save it if you'd like. All right, placements. I do not recommend automatic placements. So we're going to edit. We're going to uncheck audience network. Don't worry about that for now. That is not where we want to be displaying our ads. For now, let's uncheck Instagram. Typically, that traffic is pretty expensive, and it's a little bit different platform in terms of the images you want to use. So we're just going to target Facebook, and we'll do it in the feeds. We'll do instant articles and right column. We'll keep all those checked. Daily budget. Let's start a little bit cheaper. Let's do $10, and we can always scale if one of these ads is performing well, then we can always scale up our budget. But for now, we're just going to start with a low budget, and we'll run it continuously. That's good enough for now. If you want to give it an ad set name, you can. So you can do, labs, rescue, 10 a day. I don't know. However you want to do that, it's your naming convention. Just so this helps you just kind of know what's in this ad set. All right. So we're going to hit continue. Cool. So now we got to choose a format. Carousel is when you have these like sliding, basically like a carousel of different images. See my lab there. And I'm going to recommend you just do a single image just to get started. So let's go ahead and pick a stock image, because basically you're going to have to pick the image that's going to go in the actual ad. So let's go ahead and do free stock image. Oh, here I was already searching for Labrador. Let's see if there's anything if I do like lab rescue. Oh, these are like rescue dogs. Oh, actually, that's actually a good point. So, because there may be a difference between you have to be careful about that. We'll leave it this way as it is, but I just thought that there's like a rescue dog, which has a job to go rescue people. And then there's rescue dogs, right? Dogs that have been like rescued from a shelter or something, and people kind of refer to it the same way. So it's a good point, something to be mindful of, because you want to make sure you're targeting the right folks. But let's say we're targeting rescue dogs that actually go out and rescue people. So let's pick something here. I don't know. We'll just do that. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but for the purposes of the demo, we'll just keep it simple. All right, so here you're going to put the URL. This is where you want people to go when they click the call to action button. So where basically your landing page. So this can be your ClickFunnels landing page, whatever it is. The URL you're going to want to use. Let's just go ahead and grab something. I'll just use this funnel as an example. So you want to use this funnel, this URL. If you're using ClickFunnels, you want to use this URL because what will happen is if you start setting up variations, ClickFunnels is going to automatically split the traffic here for you, okay? So you just want to grab this one here, not the one that's inside of this page. And let's go ahead and put that there. Okay, cool. And it will try to pull in the data, but we're not going to use that because it's going to have probably something to do with broccoli. Oh, no. Okay. Because this is like some ad we have for just a test ad or a test landing page. All right. So we'll keep the website URL. Headline. I don't know if something, this is obviously a whole different thing and just copywriting, but free, dog rescue jacket or something. Okay. And then text. So you can put it in here if you'd like. Again, so I should break this down. So the headline is the copy that goes right here. The text is the copy that's going to go up here. And you can have, it looks like with Ads Manager, you don't customize this. We won't talk about that now. There's a thing called Power Editor where you can customize the text under here, but we don't have to worry about that now. Let's see if I show advanced options. Oh, it'll give me it here. Okay, so watch. So claim your free dog rescue jacket today. And that'll be the text that goes under the headline. And then the display link. So this is a new change that just happened on Amazon. You used to be able to put a different URL from a display link. Display link is this one right here, and this is where it's actually sending people. But as of today, beginning of 2017, they are requiring that these two domains be the same. So you could leave this blank, and it'll just pull in the one from your URL. Don't worry about any of this stuff for now. Let's make sure. Okay, so I already had this I Love Labs page already pre-populated, but you may not have a page. So if you don't, you need to set one up. It can be either a community page. So if you just like this, if you sell rescue jackets for labs, then maybe you have an I Love Labs page that you're building up as a community or fan page. Or maybe you have your company page. That's fine. But you need to have some type of Facebook page. It can't be a group, and it can't be your personal profile for you to be able to run ads. So it's super easy to set up. If you didn't have a page, there would be a tab here that said create a page, and it'll quickly, in 2 steps, you'll be able to create a page. I think that's about it for this. And then you can scroll through and see what the different so like here you could see the desktop. This is like in your main feed in Facebook. Here's an ad that appears in mobile. Then you could see on the phone instant articles, and then the desktop. This is like on the right side when you're in Facebook. So that should be good. Let's go ahead. So if I hit place order, that's it. That'll kick off my ad, and the ad's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and actually go ahead and place the order. And it may ask me for payment options. Yeah. So, all right. If you've never run a Facebook ad, go ahead and put in your payment details, and your ads will go into review, and then they will kick off once they're approved. It usually takes less than 24 hours. Sometimes it takes less than 24 seconds. It can happen right away. And that's it. you've created your first Facebook ad. How cool is that? We did it in less than 20 minutes, which is actually pretty impressive. So now you are officially running ads on Facebook. I'll post a link to the Facebook Terms of Service. You will want to have a look at that and just make sure that you're abiding by the rules. Big things that I like to keep a lookout for: nothing threatening, nothing that's going to make people feel bad, nothing negative really. And that includes both my copy and my images. I also avoid using the word other because I don't want to suggest in any way that I'm targeting people. So I never want to say, want to know what other lab owners are doing or are buying. Facebook doesn't like that. So those will flag your ads and they'll get declined. Then you'll have to update them, edit, and resubmit. So just saves you the hassle of having to resubmit if you just glance over those terms of service really quick. But otherwise, you are all set. You are officially running Facebook ads. Congratulations. And until next time, keep crushing it in your business. And keep running those ads. Keep making that money. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye.